Now the former fourth-round pick, it's Kalen Balaj. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. Okay, there's a tone setter. First play from scrimmage, stuff them in the backfield.
You know what they were doing last night in the hotel room? Visualizing exactly that. That's what they were thinking about. Making that play, having leverage, lower than the offensive lineman, getting into the offensive backfield, knocking someone down. Just what you said, setting the tone early for this game.
Jeez, you are fired up.
When I see a play like that, I can't help it.
It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Dolphin first down. Fitzpatrick on first down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Grant. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Throwing again on second down. Fitzpatrick throwing middle, and it's complete. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 44. Now here's first and 10 at the 44-yard line. They run it with Balaj. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. One thing that's great about watching him run, Charles, he doesn't hesitate. He got to the left side of his own line and just went.
So there's two ways to look at that. One, just absolutely unconcerned, just takes off and goes. But more the latter, I think, which is he has absolute confidence in the guys in front of him, the guys doing the blocking for him. He just takes it and goes with abandon.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Devontae Parker, the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down. Balaj. And an alley to run. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. 12 yards there and a first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all this stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Montrevious Adams able to drop him for a loss of a couple.
On any first and goal, the real estate to work with for the offense is really cut down, and the defense knows it. So they often bring heat and pressure, which they did on this play. Got him down for a loss. Not a big one, but any loss of yardage in this position is tough for an offense.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he is going to lose yardage here. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Play action now. Fitzpatrick. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete. Green Bay up to the task there in coverage and forcing a fourth down. So on fourth down, Dolphin kicker Jason Sanders comes on. Sanders' kick is good, and the opening drive for the Dolphins yields 3. Able to move the ball on that drive. Yes, just 3 points, but 4 first downs were in there.
Yeah, and you can look at it and feel pretty good about the whole thing and think, okay, this should continue throughout this ball game. On the flip side, if you're a defender, it's almost like, whew, we only gave up 3. They moved the ball on us pretty well.
The Packers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up first and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. He finds an opening past the 40. He gets it across the 50 and down to the 48. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. Got to give a nod of appreciation to some of those guys up front over on that left side. Several key blocks sprung him.
No appreciation for the guys from the backside that didn't allow any leakage, and anybody could run him down from the backside.
They're at the kids' table.
Okay, so front side guys good, backside guys,
man,
that's what you're supposed to do.
I've had better.
Okay, either way, worked out quite well, didn't it? A nice sizable gain.
17 yards on the play there as the Packers have the first down as well. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now Rodgers. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
On 2nd down now, it's Jones, and he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It's a loss of 7, and now it's 3rd down. Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Forced out to his left. And he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line. Vince Beagle able to get outside the numbers and drop him for a loss of a yard. So on now for the Packers at their all-time leading scorer, Mason Crosby. It'll be a 49-yard attempt from the left hash. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
After the missed kick, they're in really good position. They'll begin this drive at the 39 now. They'll start with a give here to Balaj. And some room to maneuver. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. Now Balaj. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A Miami first down on a 14-yard pickup.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
They'll run here with Balaj. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Zadarius Smith able to get him down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Regular.
They'll try to throw here, Fitzpatrick. He's got the first down inside the 10. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. Bear in mind, that wasn't a big lineman back there for the tackle for loss. That was a cornerback.
So are you saying the myth has been shattered? That all of them are not just cover corners? Some of them actually will stick their nose in and tackle when necessary? That's what we just saw, isn't it?
It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal.
Hey, shift. Hey, echo.
Check 42's the mic. Check 42.
3rd and goal for Fitzpatrick. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side. So
his job's a little bit easier for this halftime.
Need to give the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do.
So scores on their first 2 possessions, but 6-0, so field goal is probably not what they were hoping for.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now, but get explosive later and put the points up on the board.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they've got to be a little bit frustrated about that last drive, missed field goal.
Always hurts a team because, you've put something out there, you've given yourself a chance, you're in range, and the ball doesn't go through the post. But it's not something to panic about, I don't believe. Just keep playing and keep going.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now Rodgers. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Recon, 132 fighter. Jump out.
Here's Rodgers on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
Now left side on the swing pass, and he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and it'll make it a 2nd down. To throw, Fitzpatrick. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion, and both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
Certainly feels like the classic second guess, but let's be honest about it. They had a chance going to halftime with the lead. Why did they take a chance with a throw there? I don't understand that.
Well, that's what I'm wondering. And now this defense has to try to protect that lead going into the locker room. So after the INT, it's Rodgers. Out of the backfield, this is Aaron Jones. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. A first red zone opportunity now for the Packers. It's 1st and 10 from the 12. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. Buying time to his left. He rifles one that's intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally.
And down he goes. Fitzpatrick sacked. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down.
P. Hey, Haywood!
Play fake. It's Fitzpatrick. Caught by Wilson. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
52 and 56. 52 and 56. Smith!
I'm going to come back to you.
Final play of the half, Fitzpatrick. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Packers take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
And they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal.
Charlie!
52! Block 52!
On second and inches, Rodgers. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. It's a gain of 16 and a first down for the green and gold. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Play 3 of the drive not as successful. They go backwards after those 2 first down gains.
At the 44-yard line.
319!
He can't hang. He's not hanging.
On second and 11 now. Rodgers nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Vince Beagle picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on third and long. Shotgun now for Rodgers. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's fourth.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's third down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the first down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
Returnable for Grant. 6-yard return after a punt of 48. And it'll be Dolphin football. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Hey, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. One play has them to the 37 here for first and 10. They'll stay on the ground. Balaj again. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
36-yard line.
On play action, Fitzpatrick. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. The intended receiver was Jakeem Grant, and it's 3rd down. This defense tried to do its part, active hands on that play, but their offense hasn't given them much to work with.
So they're not going to worry about it. On their side of the ball, all they're concerned about, can they create some scoring opportunities and help out that offense?
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Off the play fake here, Fitzpatrick. And it's caught by Parker. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin 1st down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field, and now what he's trying to do.
And down he goes. Fitzpatrick sacked. Kenny Clark able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Hey, check. Mike 50, Mike 50. I'm going to run.
Another try after the 1st down sack. Fitzpatrick going right side here, and that's complete. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 41-yard line. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. They go play action. Fitzpatrick under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The safety, Adrian Amos, comes crashing in for the sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Here we go. Rush in.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out. With more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Throwing on 2nd and long. Fitzpatrick. And he whips that one incomplete there. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one, and none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be told, I've never played chess, and I know that I'm not smart enough to play chess. Guys like you with your IQ, you can pull that off. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 18. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
A first carry now for the BYU man. It's Jamal Williams. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down. The Packers on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 9. To throw, it's Rodgers. And this is caught. It's Jimmy Graham. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
6-6, pull it high. Check right here. Right. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Check 3.
They'll go with Jones. And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And the Dolphins defense is able to hold. The drive will commence with a run by Balaj. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A Miami first down on the 14-yard pickup.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Right back to him on first down. Not much there, maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
I know the game's not over, but there's got to be a sense of satisfaction right now for the guy carrying the football a bunch today. 99 yards, and he has enough time to go over the century mark.
Well, you got to give it to him again, right?
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. You're not worried about losing yardage here. You're not worried about any of that. You just want to get him to the promised land for every runner. 100 yards or more in a game.
From the 40 now on second down. Fitzpatrick. And this is caught. It's Parker. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down.
There you go. Get down, get down, get down.
'50's the mic. '50's the mic. I'm coming after you.
Hey, color.
I'm coming after you.
Shift. Tron.
Mike's 50. Mike's 50.
Hey, orbit.
From the gun, Fitzpatrick. It's complete to Grant. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. They get 9 yards there, and they get a first down.
Let's go. 34. First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard. Now the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. Call it an 8-yard gain, much better shape now on third and just a yard.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins first down. Well, not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up first and 10. On the toss, here's Balaj. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. And he lost 6 there on the first down play.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Regular.
Now Fitzpatrick. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins. And not all W's are created equal, CD, and this one came in shutout fashion.
Well, their offense certainly didn't need to do anything, right? They could take the day off, and they did. But the defense, they carried them in a big way.
Yeah, look, the offense...
The young, incredible, honestly,